All right. Welcome back to another episode of Cody Does Crazy Things. Today I'll be climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain in Africa, 19,300 feet, something like that. Unfortunately, I have to use a guide, so it's going to take 5 days to hike 40 miles. So slow and steady, pole pole, as they say here in Tanzania. That means slow. So take it step by step. I'm sitting here at 6,000 feet right now at the gate. Got to make it up to 19,000 over the next 5 days. I'll take you guys along for the ride. Here we freaking go. Let's go. Mount Kilimanjaro. After absolutely demolishing this box lunch and then waiting around for over an hour and a half for our permits to clear, we were finally able to enter the park and begin our trek up to the top of the mountain. The route I am taking up the mountain is called the Marangu 5-day route. I think that's how you say it. But basically we start at the gate near the edge of the park at 6,000 feet. Then we'll hike up to Mandara Hut at 9,000 feet and spend the night. Then the next day we hike up to Horombo Hut at 12,200 feet, spend the night. Then the next day we're supposed to hike up to Kibo Hut at 15,500 feet and spend the night kind of, and then get up at midnight and start our ascent to the summit, come back down all the way to Horombo, sleep, and then exit the park on the 5th and final day. About 2.5 miles in on the first day, and there's like bathrooms up here, and I kind of have to poop, but this is what we're dealing with. There's the tank, and that's where I sit on the floor. Nope. Interesting. Here we go. Mission complete. On this trip I would have 2 guides. My head guide is named Peter and my other guide was named William. They've both hiked Kilimanjaro, and I quote, an uncountable amount of times. And then the guy right behind me right now, his name is Brian. He's from Colorado and he has hiked about every mountain known to man. He's hiked the highest mountain in South America, he's hiked Denali in Alaska, and I'm pretty sure he's hiked like 15 million more mountains, so he's a stud too. Mandara Hut. 1 hour. That's where we're staying tonight. Up that way. Let's go! The first day was quite hot walking through the rainforest. I was definitely sweating, but as we kept going up, the temperature got cooler and cooler, and yeah, I didn't see any monkeys. That was also quite a disappointment, but oh well. All right, just wrapping up day number 1 on Mount Kilimanjaro. I've arrived here at Mandara Hut. There's like a kitchen, some bathrooms, bunch of huts. Basically 5-star camping here, but it was 4.95 miles, so not even 5 miles in 2.5 hours almost, and we climbed 2,600 feet, sitting at just under 9,000 feet. So got like 10,000 feet left to go. So I'm gonna go get myself something to eat, walk around a little bit, and I think there's a crater nearby, so maybe take a little side quest to the crater. But day number 1, Kilimanjaro, complete, baby. Let's freaking go. Every day when we finished hiking, we first had to sign in. We had to write our name, our guide's name, our company name, and our passport numbers, I guess so they could keep track of everything. And then we would get a big old bowl of hot water that we were supposed to wash ourselves with. A little awkward, but I made do. And then after that, we would go get a little bite to eat in the kitchen, and they would check us into our room, kind of like this one. It would have a couple mattresses in there. We would share rooms with other people, and nothing super special, but it was much better than sleeping outside on the ground. So that's about all we did day 1. We ate some dinner and then went to bed, and then got up on day number 2. Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to day number 2 on Mount Kilimanjaro. Got 11 kilometers to hike today. Another 3,000 feet to climb. Slept like an absolute baby last night. Stars were incredible. Absolutely no complaints. I was actually hot in my sleeping bag. Just took a nice little poo here in the old bathroom. We are locked and loaded. Gonna take some breakfast down and then we're gonna get going. Let's go. Every morning, breakfast would start with some tea or some coffee, and then they would bring out some porridge, which was absolutely delicious, like you see right here. Then they'd bring out some pancakes or like a little hot dog, and we would eat that, and then we'd get to going. In addition to my 2 guides, we also had 6 porters and a cook on our team. The porters are the people you see right here. They carried all of our gear up to the top. The cook stove, all the food. We had a watermelon at 15,000 feet, so one of these people carried a watermelon up the entire mountain. So props to these porters. Hello. Jumbo. After about 3 days and saying Jumbo about 100 times, I figured out that Jumbo means hello in Swahili, which is the language in Tanzania or wherever the heck I was. One of the biggest challenges with this trip was dealing with my very liquid and frequent bowel movements. My genius self decided to drink the tap water for about 3 days before starting this trek, and I paid the price for it dearly. So I spent a lot of time getting acquainted with the hole-in-the-ground bathroom facilities the entire way up and down this mountain. Oh yeah, nice. It's that time of day again, baby. Time to poop in a hole. Day number 2 was a very long, slow grind from Mandara Hut at 9,000 feet up to Horombo Hut at 12,200 feet. We took a lot of breaks, we walked very slow, we passed a bunch of people, got passed by a bunch of people. Took a long time, but it was a good time. Alright, just finishing up day number 2 here on Kilimanjaro. We have arrived at Horombo Hut, 3,720 meters. It's like 12,200 feet. It was 7.4 miles today, and it took us like 5 hours with all the breaks we took. So it's painfully slow, but we're making it to the top. I think we're gonna summit tomorrow. We'll figure it out. But it's like 1:30 here. Gonna get into our rooms. I have to go to the bathroom. That's priority number 1. Gonna get some food, just kind of chill out. There's some Wi-Fi supposedly, so maybe I'll catch up on the internet, see what's happening on planet Earth. But yeah, so day number 2, Kilimanjaro, wrapped up. Keep on trucking up the mountain. Let's go. Up here at Horombo camp and, getting ready to take care of business. Thought I was gonna deal with this, but then I look over. Looky there. A real throne. Let's go. After pounding lunch, we had about 3 or 4 hours of downtime until we ate dinner. So I decided to take a little side quest and dance, because why not? Kilimanjaro, baby! Let's go! Hey, just a warning here at 12,200 feet. Be careful of HIV/AIDS. Kills. Remember that. After dancing for a little bit, I went back down, took a little nap in the sunshine, then we got checked into our room. It was pretty similar to our room the previous night. There was bunk beds this time, so we ended up staying with some people from, I think it was Spain, so that was pretty cool. And then I headed down to hear some of the guides sing. Jumbo, Jumbo Bwana, habari gani, nzuri sana, wageni wakaribishwa, Kilimanjaro hakuna matata. Jumbo Bwana, habari gani. Alright, that's a wrap on day number 2, sitting here at 12,200 feet at Camp Horombo. Just had some dinner and it is 7:45. You know what that means? Nighttime. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow on day number 3 of Kilimanjaro. Alright guys, good morning. Kilimanjaro, day number 3. It is 5 a.m. Had a little change of plan. We're gonna try to summit today. But of course, I don't know if you can hear it in the background, the wind has decided to pickup. It's not really that cold, but the wind is making it cold. So I have on every piece of clothing that I have. 2 pairs of socks, gloves, my jacket, my tights, shorts, my hat here. It's as warm as we're gonna get, so just gonna keep on stepping. So, day number 3, Kilimanjaro. I'm gonna grab some light breakfast and get to stepping. Breakfast consisted of 2 hard-boiled eggs, some coffee, some toast, and some pancakes, which are actually more like tortillas, but they call them pancakes. And then we headed out into the wind to hike into the sunrise towards the top of the mountain. Peter told me the wind was supposed to die down. I think he lied to make me feel better. Still very windy. Kind of cold, but whatever. Up here, 13,500 feet. Gonna take care of business. And this guy over here, my guide, Peter, told me a new term for taking a dump. It's called catching the monkey. So I'm about to catch this monkey hard down here in this whole hole in the ground. Time to catch the monkey. Just caught that monkey hard. Still a very liquid monkey, but a monkey nonetheless. Just hit 14,000 feet. A little over halfway to Kibo Hut. About another 1,000 feet of climbing until we get there. Grab some lunch. Head up to the peak, baby. Look at there. She's right there. So close. So close. See this cable right here? You know what that is? Wi-Fi! Windy, windy. Peter, windy. What's up with this wind?
I don't know what there.
You said you were gonna cancel it.
Yeah, I'll cancel January to Kibo. Yeah.
Okay, okay. We're getting there.
Yeah.
So close. $15,000 feet. New elevation unlocked. Only 4,000 to go. Okay, okay. Good distance. Shakira, Shakira. Something, something, something. Almost lunchtime.
Okay, okay.
Alright, Kibo Hut acquired. Sitting here at like 15,400 feet. That's 5.6 miles from the last camp to here. 3,370 feet of elevation gain. And took us 3 and change hours. We're gonna have some lunch, take a poop, take a break, and then climb another 4,000 feet and 4 miles to the top, baby. Lunch was an absolute carbo load. We had some watermelon, some mango, some spaghetti with some vegetables, and then my secret ingredient is an absolute crap ton of salt because, you know, you got to stay hydrated with them electrolytes, man. All right, it's 10:30 in the morning. Just had our breakfast / lunch here at Kibo Camp, and it's time to go to the top. Nothing else to do besides walk, so I'm cold, but I'll be okay. So 4 miles, 4,000 feet, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Here we freaking go. Here's the crew. Peter.
Yeah.
Guide Peter, Brian, Stud, William.
Yeah, man.
They've climbed like 9 million mountains between them, and I've climbed like 3. But here we go. The dream team. And so began the ascent to the top. We had about 4 miles and 4,000 feet to climb. There was pretty much nobody else on the mountain because we were starting our ascent at 10:30 in the morning, and usually you start at midnight. So most everyone else had already summited to come back down. But it was very steep. The ground was like a loose gravel, so it made getting traction hard sometimes. It was very windy, super exposed to the sun, and, you know, just in general, a really, really good time. Right as we hit 17,000 feet, we took a break in this cave, and our guide William whipped out a little surprise from his bag for us. Oh, that's cheating! Cheating!
Let me just.
Oh!
Yes, yes. Why not?
Let's do it.
What look like? It's like Red Bull.
Whoa!
Yes. Yeah, yeah. Red Bull? It's like Red Bull.
Ah, African Red Bull.
From now.
Let's go. Cold. Very cold. At this point, I had a pretty pounding headache. I was very cold. I was starting to get a little dizzy, and it was taking a whole lot of effort to walk very slow. All I wanted to do was lay down and fall asleep, but that wasn't really an option. 18,000 feet. 1,300 to go. We've come a long way, but I'm starting to feel it. To the point in any of my adventures that I just want to be done. I want to go back, curl up in a ball, and go to sleep. But I can't yet, because I gotta get to the top first. (18,500 feet), almost to the rim, and I'm tired. But the wind's gone, so I'm less cold. Made it to the rim of Kilimanjaro. So it's technically on the edge of a volcano at 18,652 feet. So we have about 600 feet to go. Nice and easy. And I am gonna try not to fall down because I've been stumbling and bumbling. I'm like a zombie. I can't pick my feet up. My balance is all off. I definitely have a headache. I don't feel bad, like I'm not sick, but here we go. I'll see you guys at the peak. Adios. The summit is just up there, and I am super dizzy. My guide took my bag, so I've been stumbling and bumbling, but I'm not gonna get this close. Not summit. So I'll see you at the top, because I can't do this and walk at the same time. Alright, just summited Kilimanjaro. See the sign back there? 19,341 feet. and I'm pretty dizzy right now. So I need to get down because I don't really remember the last 30 minutes of my existence besides just stumbling around trying to get here. So now I'm gonna get down as fast as I can, as safely as I can. And that's about it. So I'm not gonna take any video on the way down because I need to focus on not falling down a glacier. So I'll see you guys back at the camp. And that's when things shifted from having fun mode into survival mode. I don't really remember anything 30 minutes before or after the summit. It just comes in flashes. I remember after summiting, I sat down on my trekking pole, breaking it in half. So on the way down, I only had one trekking pole. I remember stumbling around in the snow, falling down every 5 seconds it felt like, and all I wanted to do was go to sleep, lay there forever, and just try again in the morning. But my guides told me that if I did that, I would probably not wake up because of the lack of oxygen. So I'd pick my legs up with my hands because my legs I couldn't get them to work. And I'd stumble around for another 10 feet, fall down, and just repeat that process until eventually I just decided to scoot on my ass for like what felt like 30 minutes. And then eventually my legs kind of sort of worked, so my guides locked elbows with me, and I felt like a baby in one of those chairs where their weight is supported by the chair, but their legs are spinning. That's pretty much what was happening to me. My legs were moving. We took big old bounding steps down the hill, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't doing a whole lot of helping. So we would do that for like 5 minutes, then I'd fall down, then we'd get back up, and we repeated that, and it took us about 3.5 hours to get back down the mountain after summiting. And they put me on oxygen for about 15 minutes after that, and then I went to sleep. And when I woke up the next morning, they did one of them blood pulse oximeter thingy-majiggers, and I was at 35% of regular the next morning after coming down. So basically I had 35% of the normal amount of oxygen in my blood that I was supposed to have, which I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty sure that's not good. But in the end, it all worked out. As we descended, I started feeling stronger and stronger, my headache went away, and my blood oxygen returned to normal. It was like nothing ever happened. Although Kilimanjaro was a worthy opponent, it had nothing for me at the end of the day. Alright guys, back here at the gate of Kilimanjaro National Park, and that's a wrap on this adventure. It's about 40 miles total of hiking, about 13,000 feet up, 13,000 feet down, over 5 days, and I'm just grateful to still be here. So thanks for following along on this epic adventure, and I got a plane to catch later today, so I'll catch you guys in the next one.